Easy people, nice things here with a new series called Nice Things to Know. This is going to be basically things that might be helpful to know, or you might not be aware of, or you might be aware of, or you might just think, oh, this is a different way that I can work with the Akai Force. Main reason for me doing this is sometimes things can be way faster on this machine than they can be on other devices. And what I've been doing is I've been looking at other DAWs and saying, how can you do that on the Akai Force? Is it the same? Is it quicker? Blah, blah, blah. So basically what they are is they're from beginner to advanced. They're going to vary. It depends, because for somebody it could be beginner and easy. For somebody else it could be advanced in the fact that it's not difficult to understand. It just might be a little slow to do, because it might take you some time to do until you get used to the speed of the machine, or vice versa. So this one here is this first one, and I'm calling it MIDI Mind Blowers. Anybody who watches Rick and Morty can probably get the reference there. So that's it. And before I start, I want to say, please like and subscribe.
So just do it!
Because basically that's what will help me do more of these, and will help you, I suppose, at the same time, hopefully. So what's a MIDI mind blower, eh? That's what people are probably wondering. And what it is how you can use MIDI to generate other ideas on different tracks. So let me get into this now. For anybody who's new here, I tend to do things in real time. I don't have edits on my stuff. The main reason is if I can do it in real time, then you can do it in real time. So I'm not one of these people who say, here's a beat in 15 seconds, because realistically, that would be a load of edits. Anyway, I'm waffling. And that's the other thing about me. I tend to waffle. So, first thing I've done to make life easier and quick is I've set up a sound. There you go. And that's the sound. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create some chords based on that sound. So I'm going to go into Note Config by Shift and Note, which takes me to Note Config. Blam. And what I'm going to do is go to my favorite thing in Note Config, progressions. Normally I would just, at this stage in previous ones, I've probably gone, I'll just do something random. But no, for once in my life, I'm being organized. So I'm going to just choose something I like, because I'm the person making it. So I'm going to choose these 4 chords here. And I'm going to make, well, it's not 4 chords, it's several chords. I don't really know what I'm going to play yet, as I never do. But we'll go to knobs and screen and create that. And I'm just going to keep it on this tempo. That'll do. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's it, I've decided. So I'm going to go back to here. You don't have to do that. In fact, I'll not do that, just to show you shortcuts. Shift and move the octave up 1, because I want it to be. Yeah, like that. That's a groove. So here we go. Record 1, 6, 7, and mess that up. Forget it. We'll do that again, because that was terrible. 5, 6, 7, 15. Oh, good Lord. Well, it's in real time. No edits. Here we go. Third time lucky. Press the right damn button, Tom. Here we go. This time. And I did the shortcut, which takes me into an automatic cycle by switching that off. And that's what I've got. I've got my stuff there. I'm going to go to clip. The length's all right, but what I'll do is I'll go to grid and select all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press by pressing shift. That'll give me the second function buttons. I'm going to keep my finger on shift, and I'm going to press TC for time correction. And then I'm going to change the length, because everything's selected in here. I'm going to just change the length so they're all even, and they're going to be even to 16ths. So that'll be fine for me. That's perfect. Bob's your uncle. Right. So the next thing what I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep the music playing. Why not? So let's go to MIDI and audio routing. And what I want to do here is I want to create, so I'm going to go into Mixer. I'm going to create 3 MIDI channels. So I've gone into the plus sign to say I want to create something. I'm going to go to advanced and then just go to MIDI, create 3 MIDI channels. So a 3 extra MIDI channels. I'm pressing that. And there we go, 3 MIDI channels. What I'm going to do from there is I'm going to name them. I don't have to, but I am just to show something. So what I'll do is I'll go to the first one, double tap it, and I'm going to name this chord. So that's chords, because that's what I'm using there. If I can spell it right, there. And if I want to go to the next channel, all I have to do is press and highlight the buttons and then go through the channels. So I'm going to press that button to highlight that, and I'm going to name this next channel, and I'll call it, I don't know, melody. Go to the next channel, and I'm going to call that riff. Because I'm going to do a riff with that, and then I'll do one more, and I'll call it low notes, because I might want to do some low notes into this. So now I've got 3 channels, low notes. Okay, I'll stop the music just for the sake, get my head around it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close that, and I'll go to the input and outputs on this mixer just to show how that works. At the moment, these are 3 MIDI channels. If I press them, nothing happens, no sounds, it's just 0. Right, I'll take this off because that's not needed at the moment. Right, so you can see this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out the information from these MIDI channels into the information on chord. Another quick way I could have done it is I could have actually just copied 3 tracks by copying this first track and doing that. So how I did that was like another way. Remember, there's a couple of ways you can do things here. So if I wanted to, I could have gone copy this and copy that, and that would be just a quicker way of assigning them to there. I'm not going to do that because I want to show and let everybody understand what I'm doing in really slow, because I have a habit of working pretty fast and I'm trying to go slow. So I'm going to send there's a little send turn here. I'm going to send the information from this track, the melody. So whatever's played in the melody is going to be sending to track 1. And track 1 is the plugin, because I've put the plugin on there. So I'm going to send from track 3 to track 1 again, which is the chords, because I named it. And there. So they're all for chords. They're all on the chords and then attached to track 1, which is the plugin. Why have I done that? Well, because I want to look at this in a different way. Normally, you could have this, and then you could copy this down and play a riff in here, and then now when you're creating clips or arrangements, you're going back and forth between that. But I think, and this is just a different way of working, this is slightly better, because what I can do now is I press shift to there, go to scales. It's automatically in the right scale, but it doesn't matter if it wasn't, you can play whatever. I can play riffs on this channel, and anytime I want to turn on the riffs or turn off the riffs, it's on a separate channel. So I'm going to play some melody. So let me think something. Shift plus. So am I. Yes, man. We'll have that. Here we go. So I'll go to the next one, which is going to be my riff. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that'll do. Here we go then. 5, 6, 7, and again maybe. I don't know, I did it once. Doesn't matter, I'll go to there. and then I'll just do that into half. So we'll get the end of cycle there. Bring that down to 2 there, and right. So let's see what we got. So that's in the wrong place. That's fine. I don't have to play it again. I press select all in grid, and then I'll just nudge them across until I get the groove that I want, so that it lands on the one. So, and that'll do me. And then I'm going to go. What I'll do is I'll trim that clip because I only want the first bit of the clip where I did it right. Okay, and then we'll do another one. We'll do a low one this time. So I'll go shift down. So low notes. That'll do something like that. Maybe that. Yeah, I'll have that. So now I've got that. That's cool. I've got a little groove here, but the ace thing about this now is each of these are interchangeable. So let's take it a little further extent. And what I'll do is I'll add it in a drum kit. And this is another thing that, again, somebody might not have thought about. And do you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a pattern that I did earlier, like Blue Peter, for anyone who remembers Blue Peter. So I'm going to get a drum pattern that I did earlier or before. So let's get in key. We'll get that bass in key. So maybe could go down. I'm overthinking this, but I'll be quick. I'll go up and then down. So that's it. That'll do. Right. So that we'll just quickly fix that. So I've got that note there. Let's go into step sequencer. Let's go find the. Oh no, we don't even have to do that. So I'm going to show you another trick. I didn't even mean to do this because I was wanting to show you this MIDI mind blowers. But I'll just fix this here. Normally, I would go into step sequencer, this step sequencer here. Then I'd go and look for the semi-tune and then fix it there. But because this is notes, you don't have to do that. What's quicker than that is going into list. And list is going to show me what the notes are, and then I can fix where it's wrong. So I want the first tune. So what I want to do is I'll go to wherever the tune is here, and then I fix that because it's meant to be note. So watch. Or is it 1? Just in case. I didn't see the numbers, so it's not. Tune. No. Layer 1. Is it 1? I'll need to just cue them drums. I'm terrible like this. Stupid ears. Right. That'll do. Whatever. That'll do. So, like I was saying, you could take this further. How can you take this further? Well, the fact that you've got this MIDI kit here, not MIDI kit, sorry, drum program here, right? What if I wanted to do the same thing with a drum program? And this is similar to a question on the Akai Force question and answers club. Check the Akai Force question and answers club. It's usually weekly. You have to check the forums to find out if it's weekly or, like I say, if you subscribe,
So just do it!
you'll be able to find out when the Akai Force question and answer club is on. But let's get back to this. So how can I extend this further, how I have done that but with drums? Well, again, it's pretty easy. What I can do, the problem that people may have had is if I create a MIDI channel and I go right MIDI and I go with the drums, not only is it not going to show that, and not only do I not know how far up or down that sound is, sorry, and I have to go and assign it. So I'm going to assign it. So say I assign this. Where is it? B. There it is. And I assign it. I go, it should be C3. All of this is that they're not in the right place. Reason being is they're not in the right place for MIDI. Okay. Again, it's not a problem. Whenever you're using drum programs, all you have to do the same trick is just to create drum programs. So I'm going to create some drum well, I'll do it again. I'll create another drum program. I'll just create two. So I've created two drum programs there. And all I need to do is just assign them to tell them that I'm going to make these go to the drum program that's called Bashy Beats, by the way. And the Bashy Beats program is going to be in the right place on these drum programs. Now, here's what's great about this. This is the blank drum program. So it's not going to take any memory. You're not taking any more memory. You're not doing anything else except using it just as you would with MIDI. And this can be true for external. If the layout on anything external is similar to, and I think it's, don't quote me, like channel 10. I don't know if it's general MIDI. I haven't checked, but it's MPC. It's the MPC standard setup. So these are all the MPC things. And if you want, what you could do is you could create a blank kit or save a kit, delete all of the samples out of it, save that as a track, and then you'll have notes. You'll have the same color notes. So you've got standard uniform track. You don't have to, but you can. So let me just quickly show you how that is. So I've got that. So I'll record that in. So now I've got that. My bad. Hopefully you're getting the idea. And the greatest thing about using it this way is, if I was, for example, where's these claps here, because I've got these claps, because these claps are from the same kit, they override the other snare. And what does that mean? Well, it basically means that I could actually go even further by saying I'm going to create a fill. So now I could create fills that I could turn on and off. So I'll quickly do that just to show you. So and there you get no phasing, no flanging, no nothing. So I'm going to just quickly end it there because I could keep getting deeper into the weeds. But as an example, you could take that extension wherever you like, because now you could create separate fills and you're not conflicting with the MIDI. And it's a great way of working, especially if I now wanted to arrange that. I could just press that and turn things on and off and have a quick arrangement. Hopefully that's been helpful. Always goes on slightly longer than I want it to, but it's always good information. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as the man says. Well,
So just do it!
I did it wrong, but such is life. And I'll catch you on the next Nice Things to Know. And until then, as always, peace.